Hi, Janelle here, and welcome to my video, why it's sometimes difficult to make a change. So I don't think there's many people skipping around the planet singing la la la, I can make any major change in my life that I wish when I wish. I just wake up in the morning and click my fingers and bang, I just make that change in my life. But I do think there's a lot of people walking or wandering around the planet thinking, oh my gosh, every time I try to do this, I fail. Or every time I attempt this, it goes wrong. Or I start down this path and then I never continue. I fall over or I back out. And these people start to feel hopeless. They start to feel like failures. They start to feel like they lack willpower or determination or drive or courage. And none of that is true. So what I want to talk about today in this video is the amount of resistance that comes up when you are trying to do something different in your life, when you are trying to step into something bigger or better or bolder than before, you are actually pulling up a lot of resistance. So, and I can feel this jumping up and down, so I'm just going to move this chair a minute. So that's just what I want to talk about today. So you do have courage and you do have determination. You just may have a really strong resistance. So let's pretend that I've decided that I want to start public speaking and I'm really terrified of it. Common one for many people. So I sign up for Toastmasters and I'm going to do a better one. I go to my boss and say, I'm going to do a presentation to everyone in the team about this conference that I went to last week. And my boss says, that's fantastic. I would really love you to do that. We'll do it next Wednesday. So as we're leading up to Wednesday and I'm preparing, I'm getting more and more nervous. And my body and my brain start to realize that I'm about to step into something different, new, i.e. unknown. So our brains get very nervous when we're stepping into something new or different or bigger or brighter than ever before because it's unknown. And when something's unknown, it means the outcome is unknown. It means that we cannot predict what's going to happen. So the part of your brain that signals danger starts to say to the rest of the body or the rest of your system, hey, we're stepping into something new or different. I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know the outcome. Please be prepared for danger. And it will go as far as to signal, please be prepared for you to die. So we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what kind of danger lies ahead. So all of a sudden, already you have resistance from this part of your brain that detects danger. So it's already starting or trying to stop you. It's already trying to stop me from giving the presentation because it fears danger. And it won't say to me, you'll die if you do the presentation, because logically I know that's not true. It'll start to tell me other things. You'll mess it up, you'll stumble, you'll forget words, people will think you're hopeless, you'll get it wrong, ... So it starts its little campaign of stopping Janelle from stepping into something new, different, bigger or bolder than ever before. But I keep going. I've got to do this presentation. So then it sends a signal down into your body. Get ready to run. Get ready for danger because we don't know what's going to happen in this situation. So we need to be prepared. Now you'll start to get resistance from your body because our body likes everything being in control. Our body loves having your heart rate at the right resting rate, your temperature at the right temperature, your cells turning over at exactly the right time, exactly the right rate, in exactly the right way. It actually doesn't want to start beating up your heart rate, sending your blood to your extremities and getting ready to fight, fly, or freeze. If I say that too fast, I get stumbled up on my words. Stumbled up in my words. Stumbled up in my words. Stumble over my words. There we go. I did it anyway. So you also start to get resistance from your body. We don't want to step into this unknown situation that you're telling me is frightening because I'm putting stress on her system, and it doesn't like to do that. But yet I keep going, and maybe I do the presentation and I'm terrified, but I get through it. And I decide that it was kind of okay and I survived, and I want to do one a week. I've decided it's something I want to get really good at because maybe it's linked to a promotion for me. So I decide I want to do one a week. So I start to schedule them, and now I'm getting resistance from another part of my brain. Don't worry, these two are still resisting because I'm not feeling great and confident about presentations yet. I start to get resistance from another part of my brain, and this is the part of my brain that creates the neural pathways that have been created by my past behavior. So every time I've said no to do a presentation, or every time I've thought I couldn't do a presentation, or every time I've thought I'm not good enough to do a presentation, there's been a neural pathway created. I don't do presentations. And it's all linked to our underlying belief systems, because I'm also creating a deep-seated or a deep-rooted belief that I can't do presentations. So that's going on as well. And that neural pathway, maybe I've been in a role where for years my boss has been suggesting I do presentations, or maybe I've had 2 or 3 roles where I've had opportunities and I've said no because, hey, I can't, I'm not good, or I'll be hopeless, or I don't know how, or I don't want to embarrass myself. So this beautiful neural pathway has been formed by my little brain worker cell that I don't do presentations. And this little worker cell in my brain is really proud of that neural pathway because they've cultivated it and they've maintained it, and it took them ages to dig it out and then form it, and then maybe they put some gold on it and then some glitter, and then they put pot plants down the side, and they've nurtured those pot plants, they've watered them and fed them, and now there's beautiful blooms, and then they decided to put some beautiful sparkly lights over the top. And this neural pathway is gorgeous that I do not do presentations. But now it's getting a signal, path maker of the brain, she's still moving forward with these presentations. So your path is no longer relevant. So now we're getting resistance from that part of your brain, or my brain. That little worker brain cell is screaming at me. Are you joking? Are you joking? Do you know how long it took me to create this path? Have you seen how beautiful it is? Look how beautiful it is. Look how much work I've done on that. We've been working on this for years, and you're asking me now to rip it up. But I'm so proud of it, and I'm now actually having a bit of a rest. So now I'm getting more resistance, so there's that whole, that feeling, phew, got through that presentation, whew, haven't died. Thank goodness I don't have to do that again. When secretly inside, you want to, because you wanted the promotion. So now you've kicked up more resistance. And the more I keep doing these presentations, the more this little worker brain cell now has to create more. That was bad grammar. This little worker brain cell has to create another neural pathway, has to get its digger back out, its shovel. It has to create the pathway again, dig it out, lay it down with gold again. So it has to start working, but it will. And when you keep going, it will create a new, beautiful, gold-paved, flower-potted, very lit up neural pathway that I can now do public speaking, and give presentations. And what happens to this neural pathway over here saying I couldn't? What happens to anything when we don't maintain it or look after it? It crumbles. So it will start to crumble away the more it's ignored, the more it's, the more it's ignored. And this new neural pathway will form because it's being created by my behavior. So that's just some of the resistance that you're up against in your body when you're dating, when you haven't dated ever or for a long time, or when you're applying for jobs when you've been in the same job for 10 or 20 years and it's a little bit frightening. When you're switching from the glass of wine you've been having every night you get home from work for 5 years to mineral water because you want to be healthier. When you're wanting to go to an exercise class twice a week to become fitter and healthier, whatever it is for you, when you're starting that business, when you've stepped into that leadership role, when you're doing anything that is bigger, bolder, brighter, or different than before, you will come up with resistance, and it's absolutely normal. But keep going and you will create a new neural pathway in your brain. So that's it from me today. I just wanted you to be aware of what is actually going on in your mind and your body. Sometimes it isn't just about determination and willpower. Sometimes it is about finding out what your core beliefs are, how you downloaded them and where they came from, and how you can overturn them. If you want some help with that and you would love me to be the person who helps you, please do not hesitate to reach out and we can have a conversation. That's it from me for now. I hope that's given you some food for thought. Stop beating yourself up and have a really beautiful day. Bye.